and new Olympia champion, Hadi Choopan.
Ronnie, you're a living legend, an 8-time Mr. Olympia, the most decorated bodybuilder in bodybuilding history, and the fans simply love you.
What if I told you there's a showdown between two of the greatest Mr. Olympia champions of all time? Ronnie Coleman, the king of size and strength, versus Hadi Choopan, the epitome of detail and conditioning. Who really has the best physique? By the end of this video, you'll know exactly who dominates pose by pose. But let me warn you, this is going to get intense, so must watch the video until the end. The front double biceps pose is a classic test of arm development, symmetry, and lower body presentation. Ronnie Coleman's dominance in this pose is undeniable. His towering biceps peak like mountains, dwarfing most competitors in his era and beyond. The sheer mass of his arms, coupled with deeply separated quads and a commanding stage presence, makes this pose almost tailor-made for him. His wide clavicles and balanced proportions enhance his V-taper, further solidifying his superiority. Hadi Choopan, on the other hand, showcases excellent arm development with razor-sharp conditioning. His arms are dense, detailed, and symmetrical, but they lack the sheer size and dramatic peaks of Ronnie's. Hadi's legs in this pose are impressive, with feathered quads and striations that highlight his conditioning. However, when compared to the overwhelming mass and width Ronnie brings, Hadi falls slightly short in this iconic pose. The front lat spread is where Ronnie Coleman's legendary width truly shines. His lats flare out like wings, creating an almost superhero-like silhouette. Combined with his massive quads and narrow waist for his size, this pose exemplifies dominance and raw power. Ronnie's ability to maintain such a wide frame while showcasing thickness and density is what makes him untouchable here. Hadi Choopan, while not as wide, brings a more streamlined and aesthetic version of the pose. His smaller waist and well-balanced proportions give him an elegant look, but the lack of sheer mass and width compared to Ronnie leaves him at a disadvantage. Despite his conditioning and flow, Ronnie's overwhelming structure claims the win in this pose. The side chest pose is a battle of upper body thickness and detail. Ronnie Coleman's chest is a marvel to behold, with unparalleled density and fullness. His delts and arms perfectly complement this pose, making it one of his strongest weapons on stage. His legs, particularly his hamstrings and glutes, further add to the overall impact, creating a complete and polished look. Hadi Choopan brings a well-developed chest to the table, with excellent striations and a polished, conditioned look. His smaller frame makes his chest pop with detail, but it lacks the thickness and sheer mass of Ronnie's. The side chest pose is all about commanding presence, and while Hadi looks impressive, Ronnie's overall size and density make him the clear winner. The back double biceps pose separates the great from the legendary, and Ronnie Coleman's back is the stuff of legends. His traps, lats, and spinal erectors come together to create an intricate map of muscle density and detail. The sheer thickness and depth of his back are unmatched, making this pose one of his defining moments in any competition. His arms, delts, and lower back complete the pose, leaving no room for flaws. Hadi Choopan's back is one of his standout features, showcasing incredible width and conditioning. His grainy texture and fine details are admirable, but they pale in comparison to the overwhelming density and separation that Ronnie brings. While Hadi holds his own against most competitors, Ronnie's back in this pose is simply in a league of its own. Once again, Ronnie Coleman's monumental width dominates the back lat spread. His lats extend like wings, creating an imposing structure that leaves little doubt about his supremacy. The thickness of his traps, coupled with the detail in his lower back and hamstrings, adds to the overall completeness of this pose. Hadi Choopan brings his signature conditioning and width, but his back lacks the thickness and three-dimensionality that Ronnie's possesses. While Hadi's glutes and hamstrings are sharper, Ronnie's sheer size and dominance take the win. The side triceps pose highlights triceps development and overall torso presentation. Ronnie Coleman's triceps are thick and well-shaped, with a dramatic sweep that makes them stand out. His torso is massive yet balanced, and his conditioning enhances the visual appeal of this pose. Hadi Choopan's triceps are detailed and aesthetic, but don't have the same size or impact as Ronnie's. His overall torso presentation is strong, but the sheer mass and fullness of Ronnie's physique overshadow Hadi in this pose. The abs and thigh pose are where Hadi Choopan make his mark. His midsection is incredibly sharp, with deeply etched abs and excellent oblique detail. His thighs, with their feathered striations and conditioning, complement his abs perfectly, creating an aesthetic and balanced look. Ronnie Coleman's midsection is often considered his weakest point. While his legs are massive and detailed, his abs lack the sharpness and separation that Hadi displays. This pose is about aesthetic flow and conditioning, and Hadi takes the win convincingly. The most muscular pose is a test of overall density and presence, and Hadi Choopan's compact, grainy musculature shines here. His traps, delts, and chest pop with incredible detail, making this one of his strongest poses. His conditioning and proportions create a balanced and visually striking look. Ronnie Coleman, while massive and full, doesn't display the same level of detail and sharpness as Hadi in this pose. Hadi's ability to bring a polished, granite-like look gives him the edge. In this epic battle, Ronnie Coleman's overwhelming size, density, and back development secure his dominance in most poses. However, Hadi Choopan's superior conditioning and aesthetic flow allow him to shine in key poses, proving why he's a modern-day champion. This clash of eras highlights the evolution of bodybuilding and the unique strengths each legend brings to the stage. Now, here's the real question for you. What if Hadi and Ronnie were both at their absolute peak? Who do you think would win? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to smash that like button if you're as excited about bodybuilding as I am. And one more thing, what's your favorite version of Ronnie Coleman? Was it the 1999 Olympia or the insane 2003 package? Drop your thoughts below and stay tuned for more epic comparisons like this one. Thanks you.